Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Tech Tip Tuesday. So this week we're actually out in the wild. We're going to be looking at actually how to do a manual. We're going to be looking at the initial lift, the lift and hold, lift and loop, and then the lift, hold and roll. We're going to go through the 4 key stages and show you how to do a manual.
So the first thing we're going to do is the initial lift. The initial lift goes from a static position, so we're using this post here. As you can see, I'm going to set the bike up with the pedals level, get myself into the attack position, nice and centered on the bike, hands rolled forward, have the brake on, and then I'm going to squash down, compress into the bike, bending my elbows and knees, and then gently just rock the hips back so the hips go over the rear hub and the shoulders are going to follow. We're just going to rock gently backwards and forwards, getting the feel of lifting that wheel. Occasionally you might step off and that's fine. This stage we're literally just feeling out, getting the wheel off the floor. So now that we've done the initial lift, we're going to go into the lift and hold. Lift and hold is very similar to the initial lift, but we're just going to hold the front wheel off the ground a little longer. As you can see, we go into the standard setup, into the attack position. Once we've got our balance, we've got the brake on, we're going to compress down into the bike, throw our hips back over the back wheel, keeping the chest up and shoulders follow the hips, and hold that front wheel off the ground a little more with the hips over the back wheel. Takes a little practice, but this is the important bit to find out where your balance point is. One of the biggest fears people have when learning to manual is looping off the back. So learning to loop off the back under control is key when we're learning to manual. Here you can see all I'm trying to do is take it past the point of no return on the balance point and step off the back safely. So I can work out where the balance point is, and when I get too far, pull in the brake.
So now that we've done the initial lift, the lift and hold, and the lift and loop, we're going to go into the lift, hold and roll. That's actually doing a manual.
So now we're doing the manual for real. I'm using a 15-metre run in, choosing my spot before I go through that process to pull the wheel off the floor and get into that hold position. Once I'm in the hold position, I'm then using my feet or dropping my heels, pointing my toes accordingly to adjust the front wheel height.
So there it is, the 4 key points to a manual. Initial lift, lift and hold, lift and loop, lift, hold and roll. Key thing is to get out there and practice. Wear your flat pedals, cover your brake, put a helmet on, keep away from traffic and have fun while you're learning. Send us your efforts. I really look forward to seeing you. We'll be back next week with another Tech Tip Tuesday.